Hey folks, Tyler Pyburn here at our on-location studio at IMS 11, the Inbound Marketing Summit 2011. And I mentioned how we're talking with all the great people, all the great companies that are here on location at IMS 11 at the Sheraton in Boston. And you know what? One that everybody keeps talking about is Hubspot. And so it's only right that we have to talk to one of the newest members of the Hubspot team. We welcome in, I'm sitting here with Pistachio, folks. You guys know her on Twitter. Welcome in Laura Fitton. Laura, how are you?
I'm great, thanks. Really enjoyed seeing Guy talk. The show is great this morning. Good energy in the room.
I was going to say, this place is packed right now, huh?
It was absolutely packed. There were no seats available. Alan Bondi was kind enough to let me sit over near Phil, the producer, and people started asking me for stuff. I'm like, I'm not really working here.
Okay, let's just get this out of the way. Not the elephant in the room, but let's get the unicorn in the room.
The unicorn in the room.
What is going on with this?
You know, this is difficult because I love unicorns. They're really cute, but really we want to destroy them. The unicorn for us right now is symbolic of marketing mythology. All that, like, your customers aren't really on Facebook. Do outbound, cold call, send spam. That's how you do marketing. All this old school stuff that just doesn't work anymore. So we have this whole humorous series of marketing mythology versus marketing facts. And we gave away unicorns at Dreamforce. We've got our pet unicorns here. We have a whole website, hubspot.com/free unicorns.
Oh, cool.
Go check it out. Hilarious video on what we're trying to do and what we're trying to say with the unicorn.
That is awesome. That's for sure. So tell me how you really came to HubSpot. Obviously, now for the folks that know you on Twitter, we know co-authored Twitter for Dummies.
Sure.
Also, how did you get involved with HubSpot now? Because I know your company, 140, you just kind of merged with them a little bit, right?
Yeah. We just merged. It's like my 6th day on the job, so I'm very much coming up the learning curve. It's very exciting and fun. I was a marketing person my whole life. Really passionate about marketing, loved it, did similar work to some of the stuff Guy and Nancy Duarte do around more effective presentations, a lot of public speaking. I started a startup because I couldn't convince anybody else to do it for me.
Wow, okay.
And so now being back at the most interesting marketing company around, all the stuff they're doing, incredibly smart co-founders, incredible co-workers, it's just fantastic to be back at the core of what I do best. So the fit made perfect sense for us. We had essentially become the Yelp, the ratings and review destination for 4,000 social media applications and services at 140.com. HubSpot is incredibly aware of the need to have a marketplace for all those apps, to make sense of all those apps, start integrating more and more of them into the product, because we have an API now at HubSpot, and really continue its juggernaut journey. I mean, we are already the one-stop software for the marketer who needs to do 20 different tasks all in one place and have it smoothly integrated. And just adding to the API and adding that stuff is going to expand all of it.
Talk about the need for that, because that's the one thing I find really interesting, because as social media grows and it's continuing, right. We see it here at this conference just over the last couple of years. We've seen the amount of people that are doing the inbound marketing. It's growing. The numbers are growing. More and more people are doing. Talk about the need, because it's almost like it's saturated at a certain point with a lot of different applications and so on and so forth.
And a lot of different competing theories on how to do it right. And people need clarity. They need steps. I mean, I was working with, I have a pet customer, right? So I took a vacation in between the thing being announced and starting at HubSpot. I went to a dude ranch. He was asking me all these inbound marketing questions because he got the need for it. He just was using so many disparate tools. And I said, well, let me get you comped. I'll get you set up on your account, and I'll watch what it's like for a new HubSpot customer to come on board. I watched him dive in and start using the blogging tool instead of blogging on WordPress, and it just tells him step by step, you need a better headline, you need to use some tags. Okay, here's your strongest keywords from the whole keyword grader tool. Make sure you work these into the post. I mean, it just made his life so much simpler. And after spending a week with him and hearing all his kind of headaches and questions, it's fantastic to be able to give him something that just has it all bundled up. Here are the steps to take. Here's what to do, here are the tools you need, and it's all in one place for him.
All right, I'm anxious to get your opinion on that and continue talking about that, because, obviously the world is not filled with everybody that is here in this room.
Right.
Not everybody is totally social savvy.
Right.
So what was that like for you, kind of go back to the beginning almost? Kind of say, all right, let's go right from the start. Someone that's unfamiliar with social, who's unfamiliar with inbound. What was that like to go right back from scratch, to walk someone through the process?
Well, In my own case, I was unfamiliar with social as recently as March 2007. I asked my then husband, where do I upgrade my browser so I can see Web 2.0? I thought it was just a new set of features that I didn't know about, right? I was really that dumb about it. Dove in, started blogging, saw Twitter, thought it was dumb, and then saw, oh my God, this is really going to change the world. And so Guy, who just spoke, was the guy who really got me started. I sent him an email post. Like, he talks about answering emails from nobodies. I'm a classic example of that. I emailed him a post I'd written about Twitter. He listened to my then very crazy ideas that Twitter was going to be a serious business tool. And then when he started not only using it because of that, he credited me. And then he turned around and plugged me into lots of other people. So I got a personal experience of inbound. Now, working with this customer, he already knew he needed to get the inbound links. He knew he needed to get good content. He wasn't really sure how to take those next steps. And I think that's where the HubSpot product has been fantastic in watching him get helped like that.
Excellent. Laura, honestly, pleasure talking to you so much.
Thank you.
And it was a pleasure having your friend up on stage with us. Laura,
I know,
Fitton,
I love unicorns,
Pistachio.
but I hate myths.
There you go. Get rid of the myths, folks. Come here. IMS 2011, the Inbound Marketing Summit 2011, here in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm Tyler Powder of the Pulse Network. What's next now?